Good morning. This is Rick with Hometown Heroes, and today we have Liberty Phillips with Bridge to History, and we are at the Roll Call Luncheon, and Liberty's going to kind of wander around and talk to some of our veterans. So Liberty lives in San Antonio and came up last night. She makes this trip almost every month to Fort Worth. Liberty, thank you for being here today. You are a blessing to so many people around the world.
It's a delight to be here. Roll Call's my favorite day of the month. So I'm excited to show you all around. We have a full house. Technically it doesn't start till 11:30, but people show up at 9:30 because they have so much fun.
You could see that, we're still an hour away, and the hall is filling up quick.
Yes. All right, let's find Al. Well, you know what? Here we are.
Okay.
All right. You're live right now. We're here at Roll Call. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Bob Youngers. This is Billy, my lady friend that I love dearly.
How long have you been coming to Roll Call?
7 or 8 years,
I was
probably.
Going to say, it's been quite a while that I've been here.
At least 7 years, maybe 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't change a bit.
Thank you. You don't either. We all just go home and refrigerate ourselves. All right, y'all can go sit down. Okay. Oh, here we have Jack Stowe. Jack is my sweetie. Hello, Jack. We have you live on camera right now. To the people of the world, what would you like to say to all the fans of Roll Call?
Roll Call is a great organization. Everybody ought to belong to it.
Yes.
They got the prettiest women.
Yes.
I think there's a song about that says the prettiest women.
Yes. So, will you say your name?
Jack Stowe, World War II veteran, Navy, 1942 to 1946.
How old were you, Jack, when you joined the Navy?
I was 15 years old. 16 when I crossed the equator.
Did you get the whole, tar and feather thing crossing the equator?
Not tar and feather.
It's the wrong terminology.
No, but it was quite an experience, especially for a 16-year-old boy. I only had one man that wouldn't go through it, so he didn't get a certificate.
I didn't know you could actually say no to go. I thought it was obligatory.
Well, it was, but he ran up the mast and wouldn't come down. They couldn't get him down. So they said, well, he just won't get a certificate. And
so how did the initiation process go? What are some of the things they did when you caught? Did Neptune?
You got a subpoena. You had to appear before King Neptune's court, and you either pleaded guilty or not guilty. They found you guilty, and they had no more dressed up like a woman. The worst looking guy you could ever look at. He said, you either kiss my bride or suffer the consequences. Well, nobody go kiss this thing.
What are the consequences?
Well, they jerked your drawers down and painted your rear end and cut all your hair off and picked you up and throwed you in a tank of water. And then they had a hot tail line on two sides with one before, and they give you a good whipping running through that line. So it was quite an experience. Yeah.
Thankfully, and you keep that certificate so you don't ever have to do that again.
I've got it framed in a picture box. How much time have I got?
You got time.
On one of the islands I went in on, I cut a bamboo pole down and I took a section out of it and rolled that document up and put it in that bamboo pole. Stayed in there for about 60 years. When I took it out, I took it out once in a while. I looked at it, but it preserved that document. The color's good. It's all legible. And I've got it in a picture box frame now with that piece of bamboo below it.
That's fantastic.
Quite a deal. Quite a deal.
Oh, yeah. You don't ever want to go through that again. I remember a vet told me years ago, he got the date he went over tattooed on his arm because he didn't want to ever go through that initiation process again.
That was January 1st, 1943.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just had your anniversary with it then. Fantastic.
Anyway, that's enough.
That was a great story. And who do we have here?
Phil Wagner.
Phil Wagner. Well, would you like to say a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm just glad to be here. Jack and I have been coming to Roll Call now for, Jack, 6 years now?
I think longer because maybe 7, 8.
You know, your sister sang to us the second time we were here.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, you're right. You sure are.
That's fantastic.
Hey, what'd you do? Did you hurt your hand?
I'm duct taped together these days.
That's one of those clipboards.
It's parachute related.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah. Not the landing, though. I need a shirt which says, "It's not my PLF's fault."
Well, it's right, you know, when you reach back and pull the chute,
Exactly.
you're spraining your wrist is what you're doing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Good excuse.
You know, I'm all full of them. I actually learned a lot of excuses just from hanging out with y'all. So.
Oh, good. That's
Yeah.
Good. Well, then we'll get you a diploma then.
I learned pickup lines from Jack, and then excuses from you.
That's good. Well, we all have excuses, don't we?
Yes. Well, we're gonna mosey on, but it was great talking to you and you, and I'll see you all around.
Where's your boyfriend?
He is at work.
Oh, he thought you'd bring him with us.
You know, he's an employed soldier.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll see you around.
Yep, you take care.
All right. Let's see who else we can find here. How's it going?
Yes, they were.
Our usuals are not in the corner. Oh, yes. Here we go. We're going to bring you over to Al Chatwin. We're currently live on Roll Call's Facebook page, so good to see you. Have anything to say for the public?
Hello.
Yeah, I thought, I won't put you on the spot. So, Mr. Chatwin, you're live on the Roll Call Facebook right now. Would you like to explain to everyone, how you managed to get so many birthdays in 1 month?
Just good looking, that's all.
Al's had a party every day.
Yes, you basically had a birthday party every day. So,
Just about, yeah.
So next year, going to double that.
We'll try again, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, do you have any words of wisdom or not for the public?
It's early in the morning.
Yes. How long have you been coming to Roll Call?
100 years, I think it is.
That's about right. Yeah?
Yeah. Because I joined Roll Call I can't remember. When
I want to say 2015. Well, it doesn't matter. You've been here so long you don't remember.
That's right, I know.
All right, before we go, would you like to, because this is your favorite thing to brag about, would you like to tell everybody how many grandchildren, great-grandchildren, all that stuff you have going on?
Oh, let's see.
At the ripe young age of 98.
At the ripe young age, yes. I have 24 grandkids. And at last count, I had 60 great-grandkids. And I just had my 13th great-great-grandchild.
It's a fantastic record. He's just winning in all corners. All right, Al, we'll see you around.
All right. Thank you.
All right, let's talk to... Hello. We have you live on the Roll Call Facebook, just FYI. But I thought we'd just kind of come and ask you some questions for a minute. I'll give you a hug first. All right, we have Paul here, and Paul's been a foundational piece of Roll Call for many, many years.
That's very true. I just looked at my sheet of paper there. 2014 is when we first started.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
That's 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know. And then, Mark Donahue, I was with him when they first started it, and it's just been nothing but bigger and better things. And I was just looking here. I'm going to tell them this, but you need to hear it anyway. From 2014 to 2021, we raised $68,000.
That's incredible.
It is incredible. And we went to churches. This is Don Graves and myself. We went to churches, civic clubs, whoever would stand still and let us talk to him. That's what we did. So he's not paying any attention to us.
The camera's paying attention.
Okay.
That's an amazing record. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of miles. It's a lot of patience running around with Don.
You got that right. But you know what? I'm getting that way too.
What, you're losing you're becoming more like Don?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we're going to have him come up on the podium today and have a chance to speak and tell him. I'm going to say the same thing about this, where we've been and what we've done, and it's because he deserves this too. You know, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had anything to do.
Let's talk to her for just a minute.
And besides that, we meet people like yourself.
You met some really wonderful people along the way, and they're very all happy to have met you. So here we go.
Hey, Liberty.
How's it going? Yes.
Let's talk to Mitchell after we finish the call, okay?
All right.
What's that?
Oh, I'm duct taped together. I'm trying my best.
You're not that old.
We're trying. I want to be like you and everybody else. It sounded terrible.
Well,
you're in one piece.
You'll get there. You know, I'll be 82.
Mm-hmm. You are 82. You turned 82 last birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See it?
Because 82 is my favorite number.
We've had a great time talking about you and wanting you to come back and talk to our Lions Club.
You have a great Lions Club. We've got great folks there.
We'd like to spend money to help good things.
It's a wonderful. Y'all do a lot of good.
Yeah, we really do. It's been really good.
Well, I'll let you sit back down. I see you got your own table, so fantastic. I have not. I don't think I have. I'm Liberty. I'm so happy to meet you, finally, after all this time. We love him.
They live down in San Antonio, and she took kids.
I know all about you. I just didn't know that was you.
After 10 years, I'm very happy to meet you. I don't know why this hasn't happened before.
Well, this is only the second time she's ever been out here.
Let this be his thing.
That's nice.
He needs something that we don't do together.
That's very nice.
And he loves this.
We feel good about this, and we're happy that she's finally able to do it. Were you here last week?
Yes, I was.
I knew something was up when I saw her and my two daughters sitting over here.
A little suspicious.
And sure enough, it was one of those things that you never know what's going to happen. And look what happened.
That's the way it should be.
And this gentleman, we donated all this money to. He's sick today and he can't come, but he's here in spirit, and he is so proud to be part of this organization. You know how much money he gave?
It was quite a bit.
$46,000.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'd say that's quite a bit. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway.
But it's good.
Well, good to see you.
Good
dear.
to see you.
Thanks for talking to me.
I'll be back.
I'm
so glad to finally meet you. All right, I'll let you sit back down.
Good to see you.
We'll continue carrying on.
Yeah, Paul out there, he's certainly one of the people that have helped Roll Call become what it is.
Yes, I don't think Roll Call would be what it is today without
Not
everything
at all.
he's done.
Not at all. Let's see if we can find somebody else to talk to.
Sounds great. Let's see, who do we have? Ooh, I know. Where did Mustache Man go?
I don't know.
He's a talker. Oh, you know what? Here we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
You're live on the Roll Call Facebook right now, so just FYI, that's the PSA. You're on the Roll Call Facebook right now. This is Candid Cam, folks.
Candid Cam, yeah, you caught me live there.
And we have here the Mustache Man. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I guess I'm the Mustache Man. Go Cal.
He's still in my phone as that, actually. You're in my phone as Mustache Man.
Well, okay, but run with it. You know why we're here, don't you?
Wait.
You know all about this?
Tell me. Tell me in the camera and everything.
Well, several months ago,
Oh, yeah.
several months ago, I looked at all his papers, and I know the qualifications that are necessary to get the French Legion d'honneur. And so I got all the papers together, I photographed them, I sent them off down to Houston. And then after several months in Paris and so on, they qualified him for the Legion. And that's what's going to happen today. We got the consuls coming up here. They'll be on this 2 tables we got.
Oh, that's so exciting. That is fantastic.
A little.
Well, do you want to tell us a little bit? Do you want to give a little bit of his biography?
Well, Vernon.
Hello.
I want to put you on roll call video. I was telling him how we get you the Legion d'honneur, and the reason you got it was because you were at the Normandy. You were at Normandy on D-Day +1,
Yes.
and then you got badly wounded with an 88 shell. Anyway, why don't you tell them a little more about your experience?
Well, I was there. Next day we went into Normandy, and we stayed there all that day and all night that night. And there was quite it's pretty active there. There's some bombing from aircraft and so forth. And the next day we took out and went over to Cerisi Forest. You want to know the whole story?
Yeah. What unit did you go in with?
With the 2nd Infantry Division.
Okay.
Yeah. And we went over to Cerisi, fought through Cerisi Forest, on out to St. Lo, and you know where St. Lo is.
Yes. Yeah, I've been to St. Lo. We leveled that.
And then to St. George, DLE, you know where that is?
I don't think I know where
It's
that
a small place.
Okay.
Anyway, that's where I got wounded. And they picked me, sent me to the aid station. I spent a couple of days there, and then they sent me to England. And I spent 5 months there. And then after I got out, they wanted to send me back to combat, and the doctor said I wasn't suitable. And they put me sent me down to Miramass. You know where that is?
Miramass?
Yeah.
I know the name, but I'm not sure.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, they sent me down there, and I spent 6 months, till the end of the war there, working with ammunition, getting it all packaged and ready and separated it for the same different lot numbers and all that stuff. So then I was able to go home. I had enough points. They were going by the point system at that time. And you had to have, I think, 95 points, and I had 100. Well, luckily, I went home and I got out of the Army.
Did you go to your parents' home when you went home? Where did you go when you went back to the States?
I went to. I was married, and my wife was living with her folks, and I went and lived with them for a while.
Okay.
And then we bought a house and stayed there.
How long had you been overseas when you got back home? How long had it been since you'd seen your wife?
Probably about close to a year. Yeah, it was been 6 months in North Ireland, and then the war. Then we went over to the war. It kept going. It run about 6 months, didn't it? Anyway, about a year before we got back home.
So that's a long time. How old were you when you joined the Army?
I was 19, and I was in there quite a while before the war started.
Okay, so you joined before the war started.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
Well, the war.
You're 102? Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, 102. I'll be 105 in May if I live that long.
Fantastic. Hey, that's good. Shoot for it.
Yeah.
So why? So if you joined before the war, why did you do that? Besides that, it's a good job.
What do you mean? You got married?
You joined the Army before the war? Is that what you were saying?
Well, before we got involved in it, I don't know. It was hard to find a job there where I lived in East Texas, and the guy talked me into joining with him. We went together and went in. I'm glad I did. It worked out good for me in the long run. So, you want to know more? What I did later?
Go ahead, yes.
I went to jeweler school, and I learned how to work on watches and do jewelry repair and all that stuff. And I did that for a couple of years, then I started working for the government. And I worked for them for 30 years. And I retired. And that's where I am now.
So you had a good long career, and then today you're getting the Legion of Honor, which is that's really special. And thank you so much for doing all that work and making it happen. That's a real treat.
Before you go, could I get a plug in for my book?
Absolutely. Hold the book up so the camera can see it.
The book is now in the JFK Library in Boston, and it is also in the Imperial War Museum in London. So I'm really proud that my book is now a research piece of material of the history of the World War II in two of the most prestigious institutions in the world.
Yes, wow. Can you give like a one-paragraph synopsis of the book?
Yeah, it's a American bomber, B-17, that I saw crash as a schoolboy in England in August 12th, 1944. I saw the body parts all being picked up. It was one of the most incredible images that remain with me all my life. And as a result, many years later, because I told my wife and my family about this incident, but never knew anything about it until 2016, when I came across a website which showed some of the story from the bomb group for which it belonged to, and I then picked it up and put it on my website, and from that, the granddaughter of the pilot said that was my grandfather, and her mother was still alive, and I then interviewed and began the process of 7 years of research and doing the book. And it's now an Amazon bestseller.
Okay, so you'll have to go and buy this book because you heard it firsthand from him. It's an amazing story.
And by the way, Mitchell Hanson, Brigadier General Mitchell Hanson, wrote the 3-page foreword to this book and said he had never seen anything. It's unmatched with what I've done for this. Anyway, it's a book that you should buy.
And I just have to add my own little plug. So, well, never mind.
Vietnam veterans. I only had about 7 or 8 people reply that they would like to be pinned today. So I have 8 on my list. If you did not let us know, so if you have not received your Vietnam commemoration pin and certificate and you would like to do that today, please come see me up here. If you've gotten a pin, you lost it, you need a replacement, or you need a replacement certificate, Roy can get those for you. So catch Roy on that. But if you want to be on the list to get pinned today, please come up and see me.
Oh, I don't remember what I was going to say now, but there you go. We have the book.
Hey, David, I just wanted to make one comment about Brigadier General Mitchell Hanson. He's fixing to make Major General. I mean, he's fixing to get his 2nd star.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, I know. He told me months ago that he was eligible for it, but they were holding it up in the Senate.
Oh, yes.
So he is now a major. Because I've been waiting for that information. I would hope that I would put it in the book, but it was too late. Yeah. But he is a big enthusiast for this piece of work.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, David. Thank you and congratulations. And also, this is a great color. I love the blue. It's a very good color. I like it. Okay. I'll see you in a little bit.
That's cool. Hometown Heroes. Where do we find that?
I don't know. Are we starting in a minute? There's Mark Donahue. Yes, we were just talking with him. Blue coat. Yeah, you can't miss the blue coat. Mark Donahue, what would you like to say for roll call? You're live.
Wow. What are you doing ambushing me this way for?
This is my new favorite job. I am loving this.
Well, thanks for coming to roll call. Got a good crowd today?
I've known Mark for a very long time. He's uncomfortable, so we'll move on.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
As you can see, it's a beautiful day. The beaches are open. People are having a wonderful time.
Yes. You know, you should have more words. This is your job. You're an auctioneer.
I stole that from John.
No, I know. Okay. Let's see if there's anyone else who's a good person to talk to. May I interrupt y'all just for a minute? We have the roll call Facebook Live happening, and we're just talking to folks. So, would you like to introduce yourself and say your name? Or
name is Robert Conkright.
And you were obviously a Marine.
Yes.
When were you in the Marine Corps?
65 to 94.
Okay, you were in for quite a bit. It's a nice hot time to be in as well.
That's true.
What unit with the Marines were you with?
With the aviation.
Okay.
Primarily, early on in Vietnam, I was with UH-34s.
Okay. I have a couple friends who were in UH-34s as well, so soft spot for that.
Good.
And you, sir?
Jim Anderson. I served from 58 to 79.
We are doing the pinning ceremony after we do the presentation of the French Legion of Honor. So you will, I'm getting your names now, but you will come up at the ceremony and actually be pinned and receive your certificate. So if you're a Vietnam era veteran who has not received a pin and a certificate, I need your name so I can call it when we do the ceremony.
Brief pause for the commercials. That's what it's feeling like a little bit. Okay, so when did you start coming to roll call?
About a year ago.
Okay, fantastic. So you're still kind of on the newer side. This is great.
Okay, good morning, everybody.
Well, it looks like commercials are going to continue, so.
Let's raise your hand real quick. They're going to be totally full at capacity of 500, so we're going to need to squeeze everybody in as they come in. So it's going to be the first of
We'll do one more. Hello, Tony.
Just making sure that we get
We have the Facebook Live happening, so I'm going around and ambushing people.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Do you have anything you'd like to say to the public?
Yeah, have fun. Live long.
That works.
I just turned 81.
Happy birthday. How does it feel?
September. It feels like I'm getting old.
Oh, in September. That's not just. Wait, when in September?
No. My wife's September. I'm in December.
You're
sorry.
in December. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't remember. That's okay.
Yeah. I'm so old I don't care.
You know what? You're not, because there's a lot of people here who are a lot older than you. We were just talking to Vern over there, and he's 102. He got years on you.
Yes, he does. I hope I make it that long.
You know what, though? I had down in San Antonio, I have these breakfast groups, and one of the guys there turned 103 in August.
Oh, my.
And I told him, I was like, Bill, how does it feel to be 103? And he said, take it from me, kid, you'll kick out at 90. I was like, okay. Word to the wise.
Mr. Graham kicked out at 96.
He did pretty well.
Yep.
He did really well. Well, I will leave you to be in peace.
This is Ernest.
Hello, Ernest.
Yeah, how you doing?
Great. How are you? You've been here before, yeah, because you have a tag. Okay.
He's my buddy. He rides with me.
Fantastic. Well, Tony's a good man. I've known him for a long. I think I've known you almost 10 years now. Yep.
Trying to get some tea and water.
Okay. Well,
Tony wants water and I want tea.
If I'm just saying, if you run by somebody this
I
way.
can go get some because we're probably wrapping up here because we keep getting interrupted by the commercial break. So
Okay, then I appreciate it.
I will get you some tea and water. Sweet. Good to know. He's demanding. No, I'm kidding.
Screaming Eagle right there.
Wait.
First, right?
Oh, nice. Yes, sir.
Turn that off a second.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
Oh my. Jack who?
Jack. I thought he was your uncle or something. Jack Stowe?
Jack Stowe? No, he's basically family, but no, he didn't tell me that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had a 90th birthday for one of the veterans.
Maybe I should move the mic for this.
We were there. These two guys have been friends for years, and they 90 years old. So they threw a birthday party for themselves. They spread, paid for everything. They had 2 belly dancers.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, you have it there, folks.
So if you see Jack, ask him about the belly.
I will. I've already talked to Jack, but I'm going to go back and ask him. I've known him a long time, but I learn new things every time.
What happened to your hand? What happened to your hand?
I just, I'm duct taping it together.
Okay. All right. Have a good day.
We have here Screaming Eagle.
Come to be second 506. We lead the way.
Ooh, yes. This is fantastic. All right. Did you choose this path or did it choose you?
Well, kind of both.
Yes.
Both. But I would say the state of Virginia sent me to Vietnam twice.
Okay. They just like to repeat.
Right. Now, out of 7 brothers, I'm the only one that spent time in Vietnam twice.
Okay.
The second time was for my brother, because he got out, and he didn't tell me.
Wait, so you covered for him, basically?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that was a dirty move on his part.
So we didn't speak for 5 years, because I didn't know he had got out of the service.
Yeah.
During that time, you couldn't have 2 brothers in the combat zone at the same time.
Right.
So I was there first, and then he got orders to come to Vietnam, and then he says, no, one of y'all can go home. So I choose to stay. He was going to take the next tour, but no, he gets out and didn't tell me.
That was a low move. You like being in the 101st?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
We lead the way.
Were y'all jumping or were y'all air assaulting?
We were air assaulting.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we jumped also. We did both.
So do you like jumping?
I like jumping, but I don't like jumping from helicopters.
Why?
Because you don't get that blast.
Yeah.
It's a slow fall.
So I jump, but I've only done, I've done a couple, but mostly C-47s. I want to do a helicopter, but I get what you mean by the blast.
I don't like helicopters. I like that C-130.
You just go.
Right.
Okay.
I jumped the C-130, the 24, the 19, and the 23. All of the good jumping aircraft except the helicopter. My last helicopter jump was in Dexheim, Germany, and I don't like jumping helicopters, period.
Because I guess you do just kind of scoot off and then drop.
Right, it's a slow descent when you go out that door.
Yeah.
When you jump from an aircraft, you get that blast. It helps open your chute, but that slow drop.
You're counting a long time.
Yes, ma'am. So other than that, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. What chute? Do you know what chutes you were jumping then?
I was jumping the T-10. And I think that was another one. Was the it was the T-10.
Okay.
It was the T-10.
Yeah.
Other than that, I got 197 jumps.
You got 197. All right, I'm only at 31, so I got a ways to catch up. That's fantastic. All right, I'd say you liked it a bit.
Well, at Fort Campbell, a lot of times they had people to just volunteer to go out and jump on weekends. But for as actual combat jumps where you have all your gear, I got about 97.
That's a lot of combat jumps, though, because that's hard on your body.
You wasn't in combat, but it's with all
but with
gear.
The gear, that's like, what, 75 pounds of gear?
Whatever your MOS is, you jump with that equipment. And during that time, I was in mortars. And
oh my goodness, you're jumping with a mortar?
Called a PAE bag.
Yeah.
Everything is packed in that PAE bag. And I tell you what, it takes a lot.
So how does that strap onto you, and like how much does that weigh?
Mostly, I would say about 75 pounds. Because you may take 3 days of clothing. You take for your sea ration and all your combat gear for 5 days or 3 days. And if you're a cook in the mess hall, you take certain items. But you have to take enough equipment and clothing to sustain you for the time you're going to be out in the field. You know. So if you're a machine gunner, you jump with that machine gun and all your rounds that you have for a certain period of time. You know. But it was great.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Would you jump again if you had the opportunity?
Oh yes, I would jump. I will jump. And I will go into combat if I have to.
Yes. So what's one of your most memorable jumps?
From a helicopter, I was in Germany, and it was so windy that day, and we had just had a big rainstorm. And we wasn't going to jump due to the wind, but somehow they dropped us anyway.
Isn't that kind of how it always goes? Too windy, but we'll do it.
The wind caught the chute, and you couldn't jump with gloves on. And when I hit the ground, the wind caught my chute, and they teach you to cross your arm to release that chute. Yeah. My hands were full of mud. I couldn't do nothing.
You get dragged?
Yes. And one of my team squad leaders came around and helped me collapse my chute. Because that chute will put you back in flight. If you got
this has happened to me.
Yes, if you got enough wind, if you don't collapse that chute, you're in trouble. And one jump I do not care to happen is jumping over water. Do a water landing. But they teach you how to do a water landing.
So I've done a water jump, and it's amazing. But you don't want to do that.
No, because if you don't swim away from that chute, it's going to drown you. We had a lot of paratroopers got drowned in World War II because of that.
Right.
The chute collapsed. They couldn't get away from that chute. So when you got water and wind, you have to pay attention and remember your training. That is the most valuable tool that you have that you can deal with is your training. So if you sleep in class and don't remember your training,
you're going to be sleeping after the fact.
Thank you.
Forever.
Thank you. And I always tell everybody, when you got a squad out there with a group of soldiers, if you want to know if you're a good leader or not, just look behind you. That is a good sign to say whether you're a good leader or you better turn around and recalculate the situation. You got somebody behind you.
Yeah.
And that I have used that many times in Vietnam. If you're a leader and wear your rank on your shoulder, not in your head. Because a lot of people get a certain rank and you cannot tell them nothing. They know everything, and you're going to get your whole squad or platoon killed. So I'm just so glad that I had good leaders in front of me and good followers, and I appreciate the experience that the ones that gone before me taught me. You cannot push experience under the rug. It's there to stay.
Right.
So, and I appreciate it.
Did you have good officers or NCOs in Vietnam?
I was an officer myself, and that's why I tell every officer every member to wear his rank on his shoulder, not in your head.
That is really, really good advice. And you can apply that in all areas of life, too.
Because when some people get a certain position in life, you can't tell them nothing. They know everything.
Right.
But you can learn from the lowest man in that squad. It took everybody. And I don't care what branch you was in, whether you Navy, Army, Air Force, it took everybody. Nobody wins in a war. Nobody wins.
Right.
You lose one person, you lost. You know, and that's where I I will still remember that right today. Thank you.
All right, last question. What's the first meal you had when you got back from Vietnam?
A hamburger.
A hamburger? With all the fixings?
Yes.
I bet that was good.
McDonald's.
Fantastic. Well, we'll carry on. Thank you.
Sure.
So will you tell us your name again?
Leo Smith.
Leo Smith, and you were with B Company?
Come to be second 506, 101st Airborne.
It is a good unit.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Hey, Liberty, we appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you, sir. Do you have commentary you'd like to make?
No. I'm quiet, shy, and bashful.
I don't believe that. All right. Okay. How are we on time?
There we are. Thank you.
Cheers.
Let me turn that around. Hit that button.
This is a super cool. You look like you're up against a firing squad wall. Yes.
I shut my microphone off a while ago. I figured that there's getting a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
You've done a great job.
This was so much fun. We got to do this again.
Yeah, we'll do it every time.
This is great because we've gotten to talk to some of the guys and like Miss Smith back there. Fascinating stories.
I know.
And there's so many of them, and it's really hard.
All those stories out, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is Rick Irving, and this is Liberty Phillips. And Liberty is the founder and the CEO of Bridge to History. And what you do is to help the youngest generation, those that are 8 to 12, go experience history in Europe, specifically in England and France, to study D-Day.
Get the most hands-on experience they can, because kids learn with their hands and tactily, and so.
That's right. And the woman that's running the camera right now, she had some children that went.
We took her amazing girls.
Yeah.
We're just the best.
And in June, Sterling and I are going to get to join
us. Yes, we're so excited about the next program.
This has been great, and I appreciate you doing this.
Thank you, and let's do this again.
We'll do it again. There's a lot of announcements being made now, so we'll see you next time at Roll Call.
Yes.
And pretty soon we'll start doing the letters to Liberty.
I know. I gotta get on top of that. I pulled the letters out, and I will be on top of that because it's going to be really
what we
fun.
want to do, Liberty's got thousands of letters from World War II veterans, and we want to start reading those letters so other people can experience these veterans and learn more about our great veterans. So thank you, Liberty.
Thank you.
You can hit the finish button, okay?